Hi, I'm Luke Bath and I work at Alliotts in the Business Services Department at our London office. Today I'm going to briefly run through the upcoming changes as a result of making tax digital, or MTD for short, and specifically MTD for VAT and how this will affect your business. MTD is a key part of the government's plans to make it easier for individuals and businesses to get their taxes right and to keep on top of their affairs. HMRC's ambition is to become one of the most digitally advanced tax administrations in the world, modernising the tax system to make it more effective, more efficient, and easier for customers to comply. The first element of MTD to take effect is MTD for VAT. The MTD for VAT rules apply for the first VAT period starting on or after the 1st of April 2019. MTD for VAT requires all VAT-registered businesses with a taxable turnover above the VAT registration threshold of £85,000 to keep records in a digital form and to file their VAT returns using software. From April 2020 at the earliest, MTD will also require unincorporated businesses such as sole traders and partnerships with an income between £10,000 and £85,000 to submit quarterly updates of their income and expenditure to HMRC. There are also plans for incorporated businesses to also provide quarterly updates from April 2020 in respect of corporation tax. However, there are no firm details on this currently, and HMRC is expected to consult on this at some point during 2018. Why is any of this important? Well, research by the UK 200 group shows that 65% of firms do not use any accounting software to maintain their records. 22% of SMEs will need to train a member of staff to move their data into a new software system. 23% of SMEs use manual records, i.e. keeping their records by hand. 16% of business owners do nothing to record transactions, and their accountant fills in the details before their annual tax return. So therefore, from those stats, almost 40% of business owners currently have no form of digital records. Therefore, for that 40% that have no digital records, some of these will certainly need to put systems in place by April 2019 if VAT registered, or by April 2020 if not VAT registered. So let's go back to MTD for VAT, go through that a bit more. MTD for VAT requires VAT registered businesses with a taxable turnover above the VAT registration threshold to keep records in digital form and file VAT returns using software. However, those businesses that fall under the registration threshold but are registered for VAT can opt in and opt out of the MTD rules on a voluntary basis. So, what classifies as digital records? Under MTD, some records must be kept digitally within functional compatible software. Functional compatible software must be able to 1. Record and preserve digital records. 2. Provide to HMRC information and returns from data held in those digital records by using an API platform. And 3. Receive information from HMRC via the API platform. Where a business needs to have digital links in place between different pieces of software, businesses will not need to have this in place for the first year covered by the MTD rules, other than where data is transferred to another product solely for the purpose of submitting the VAT return. All data transfer or exchange within and between software applications must be digital where the information continues to form a part of the digital records. I think it's also helpful to note that there are some records that by law must be kept and preserved in their original form. For example, C79 import certificates. So a common question we're receiving is, can I continue to use spreadsheets? Yes, you can, but it's not that simple. HMRC have indicated that the use of spreadsheets will be permitted, although the spreadsheets will need to be combined with additional software and utilize APIs to ensure a seamless flow of information between the business and HMRC. Several companies are currently working on developing software for just this purpose. However, we recommend that where practical, all companies move to some form of accounting software, as this provides lots of side benefits. Are there any exemptions from MTD? If HMRC is satisfied that any of the following exemptions apply, you will not need to comply with MTD. For example, if your business is run entirely by practicing members of a religious society whose beliefs are incompatible with the requirements of MTD, or it is not reasonably practicable for you to use digital tools to keep your business records or submit your returns for reasons of age, disability, remoteness of location, or any other suitable reason. Or finally, if you're subject to an insolvency procedure. But these exemptions aren't automatic, and you will need to make a written application to HMRC. So 3 steps to take now. Firstly, check your software compatibility. Check and discuss with your current software provider, if there is one, that they will be ready for the change. Most major small business accounting software providers are working with HMRC and will almost certainly have compatible software by the deadline. For example, Xero, Sage, QuickBooks. However, the desktop version may not work. Secondly, work out the most cost-effective method for you to comply with MTD. Consider the one-off and ongoing cost to your business and the impact of any changes that need to be implemented. It may be more cost-effective to outsource the completion of your records or VAT returns to a third party. And finally, ask your accountant. Speak to your accountant to see how they may be able to help. So how can Alliotts help with this? Businesses should approach MTD as an opportunity to review their existing accounting systems and bookkeeping arrangements. We are helping clients by implementing new accounting systems and arranging the data transfer from old systems to new. Reviewing existing software systems more generally for operational efficiency and MTD compliance. And finally, maintaining bookkeeping and VAT returns to reduce costs of compliance and freeing up your staff time. Thank you for listening. If you have any questions on MTD and how it will affect your business, please give me a call, Luke Bath, on 020 7240 9971. Thanks for listening.